Welcome, dear listeners, to Sand on the Crack Side. Because, man, I haven't seen so much trailer at the same time with so much sand on it. Seriously. Seriously.
Sand.
Sand.
You've just seen sand on the episode 9 trailer.
No.
Where else did you see sand?
Mandalorian. Jedi Fallen Order.
Well, you don't see sand.
Star Wars Clone Wars.
No, you don't see sand.
I see sand. Dust. Dirt.
No.
Same shit.
Sand and dust is not quite the same. So, yeah.
But so much sand.
Not really sand, sorry. Not really.
Sand.
It's not sand. It's
Little
sad.
rocks.
It's sad.
It's sad.
That you get confused.
Sad.
That's what it
Welcome to Sad on the joke side.
Now I'm sad about it.
But yeah.
Take 2. Welcome, guys, back to Coffee on the Dark Side podcast. I'm sorry for the bad jokes on the first take. Probably I will delete this because it was just bad. It was just really, really bad. I'm hungover from all the trailers of this celebration.
I'm still drunk from the celebration.
You're always drunk. You don't need the celebration to celebrate.
Yeah, but I got even more drunk because I still went to drink more with Chewbacca afterwards.
Okay. So today, what are you going to do? Make a recap on all of the trailers? Yeah.
First of all,
maybe start with the Jedi Fallen Order.
yes,
And
because we are so right and so wrong at the same time. It's
maybe
lovely.
Maybe finish on the episode 9.
Yes.
Okay. Wanna start with the Jedi Fallen
You may
Order?
start.
Okay. Apparently good news. No microtransactions.
Yes.
Complete single player, no multiplayer. So this is a in-depth Star Wars story for gamers.
Yes.
And to be honest, the trailer that Respawn gave us is not the gameplay trailer. It's just footage to keep our mouths watering. But
Honestly, they went for the kill like Star Wars The Old Republic always does, and I loved it.
I mean, the Old Republic games had amazing cinematic transitions. If you played the game, you know you had the.
I played the game. I still have an account.
That's what I'm saying. You while you're playing the game, when you get to a cutscene, it's amazing.
Yes.
It's like a game.
And the trailers are also always awesome.
Yeah, they were really great. So and like you said, I see a lot of the Old Republic games in this launch trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. The trailer has Respawn artwork written all over, and I'm really curious to see what this character can bring to the Star Wars universe. Who he is, where he comes from. I believe he's called Cal Cetis, right, or Cal Cestis?
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mouth was watering after watching the trailer, and the stormtroopers were beautiful in the game.
The point that it's not exactly right after the Order 66. It's like you've seen from his age, and during the trailer, spoiler alert, he grabs a disc containing the Order 66. So he probably was a Force user or a Jedi.
He was
Still,
a Padawan.
He was a Padawan. No, but I meant Jedi in a Padawan way. At least at the beginning of his practice. You can hear in the background the trailer. We're rewatching the trailer again. I like all the vibe that probably Star Wars 1313 was going to have.
This almost looks like a cyberpunk
game
vibe.
Yeah. At least hidden in the low levels of city with a lot of industries and
Maybe Coruscant.
maybe Coruscant. I really like the operation where they start to dismantle a ship.
I mean, this. I think this is like his job.
Yeah,
The Jedi are over. There was the purge. The Empire is already established, and I mean, he has to not to stand out because that's like the motto of the trailer.
Yeah.
Don't stand out. So he had to get a job.
whatever you do, don't. I like the
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. Thank you. I like the Inquisitor and the scenes where he starts using the Force more and more and more, and always a little droid to help the main protagonist of the story. I always love the companion droid. We also have a special trooper using the old
Anti-lightsaber
staffs. Yeah, that the droid
droids.
army used to give to the special units.
I love the design of the lightsaber.
I think the lightsaber is something he found out. He didn't have his lightsaber.
No,
I
it's
think
not, it's not his. It's like a lost lightsaber.
no, even more than that. I think it's half of a dual-sided lightsaber.
Maybe. Maybe. I'm not going to say yes or no.
The design where when we saw
One
at
of the sides is broken. Yes.
Exactly,
You can
because-
you can see the damaged wires on one of the sides. Yes.
so and you as you know dual-sided lightsabers contain two crystals.
But if you look closely on the side that has the blade, it really doesn't look like it's double-sided. I mean, the handle is
very simplistic.
no, on the opposite. The handle is it's complex. It almost looks like you can put two hands on it, but the side of the blade, or the side where we see the blade, is it's. Do you remember in Count Dooku's lightsaber? It has like the handle and
Yeah, they look like hand pistols.
yeah. So I wouldn't say it's a double-sided. Maybe it's a lightsaber designed for a lightsaber combat form, which you need to use both hands. Maybe it's like
Yeah.
an aggressive.
Yeah, they are always trying to find out new ways to make lightsabers. And up until episode 7, we never imagined the lightsaber like Kylo Ren has, and then afterwards the episode, some of them like that design, the tri-saber, showed up
the
in
crossguard saber,
showed up in Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah.
Especially because you see the main character picking one in that planet where has the dark side temple.
But Kylo's saber needs to have those cross guards
Yes.
because of the cracked crystal. So, but yeah, it was a new form, a new design. I really love Kylo's saber.
And also in like I was talking about the Star Wars The Old Republic, in one of the latest trailers I've seen, a character appears using a lightsaber which had a part at the hilt that extended. So for some maneuvers extended. So yeah.
But
And we also had
there are a lot of creative designs because
yeah.
when
Remember
the Phantom Menace came out, Darth Maul's saber was the first we've seen with the
the
double
dual side.
sides. In the Clone Wars, Asajj Ventress's lightsaber in one given point, she can. It's like she has two lightsabers, but she can put them together to be like a dual saber too. So
Yes. And we also had the Inquisitors with
the
sword,
rotating ones,
the
yeah,
rotating ones. We had I'm forgetting the name of the character in Rebels. The kid.
Ezra.
Ezra. Ezra first lightsaber was also a shooter.
Yeah, it was a blaster. Yeah.
Yeah, blaster. He pew pew, but bolts of energy. Like.
But coming back to the trailer
Yeah.
for Fallen Order, I mean, this is just like a launch teaser. We don't have
Gaming footage.
the gameplay footage already, not the gameplay trailer. But just seeing by this, I think I will definitely pre-order this game.
Mm-hmm. You told me that the pre-order as a statue?
No,
No?
you probably dreamed. No, there's
the deluxe
the Walmart.
Dick edition.
I think it's Walmart
Ah.
that has a special
Damn you, America.
discount. If you order the deluxe edition, you will get a little statue or something. Since
Or
we're-
probably a black edition series.
yes, it's a black edition
Ah,
series.
okay,
exactly.
okay.
But since we're in Portugal, I don't think we will get it
No.
unless there's a lot of pre-orders. I mean, if people start ordering the game.
Tricky question. If you could buy one figure of the Black Series or any series of Star Wars action figures, which one will you buy?
I would probably buy an Obi-Wan Kenobi figure. This is not a Black Series figure, right?
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is just any.
Yeah.
An Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars
Hmm.
on a scale of 1 to 6. There's like a scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
With the shoulder plate and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
Yeah. For me, if I could, either would be Chewbacca, but that's pretty obvious for me because everyone knows I'm a
Chewbacca,
big
yeah.
fan of Chewbacca. Or I would like the troopers, like Cody, Rex,
oh yeah, the clones, yeah, definitely.
Wolf.
Wolf is definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite clone trooper.
And there was those figures that kind of were made of special Lego. Vroom, 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 vroom. Grievous. The Grievous was pretty realistic, at least in possible ways compared to the other toy figures.
I mean Grievous was designed by computer. It's
Yeah.
to make it realistic.
Yeah.
Grievous is not a human.
But, for example, if the figure you would buy would only be a droid, any type of droid, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy. K2SO. That's easy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having a real life figurine?
Talking.
Yeah, like of K2SO, like a 2 meter tall droid.
One thing, your wife or your parents will be so annoyed with you.
I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't care.
As usual.
It's K2SO.
And,
Or Grievous.
or Grievous. All is
Or
Grievous.
or maybe both. Both, definitely.
Or, how tall is Grievous?
Uh,
I have no idea.
larger than K2SO. Maybe not taller, but definitely larger.
At least with all the lightsabers to light on, right?
No, I mean just the length of the shoulders and the forearms. It's definitely larger.
Yeah.
Maybe
No.
not
I
taller.
mean, the statue would buy in real life.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
in position
with
for the
sabers,
four
yeah.
light.
I mean,
Say,
with the four
honey, we
sabers."
need light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't need another light in my house again. I would just carry Grievous on my lap, whatever I go,
Or the other way around.
or the other way around.
But going back to the Jedi Fallen Order, I like it very, very much.
How wrong we were,
How wrong we were.
but so good it is to be wrong.
Yeah, because we are still surprised. And I like the dark side.
I mean,
I always like
you know that.
how they create new things for the Empire.
I mean, I was kind of sad when they announced that Battlefront 2's campaign was going to be a in an Empire agent.
Turning
and then-
rogue.
No. They just said it's the Imperial story we never got.
Yeah.
And then when you play the campaign, it's good.
Yeah.
Short but good. But it's the cliche Imperial officer turns rebel.
Good, yeah.
Turns rebel. I mean, it makes sense in the story, but it's that cliche.
Yeah.
I'm still clinging on to the hope of getting an Empire campaign, an Empire game, an Imperial troopers story.
I feel the same. I feel the same because, especially because of one little thing, I have a little bit more knowledge than you, which is the tabletop RPGs. Right now, there's a company called Fantasy Flight of Flight Fantasy. I always get the name wrong, but they have the rights for the RPG, the tabletop RPG, like Dungeons and Dragons, and you have a source book to be a Force user, you have a source book to be a rebel, and you have a source book to be a smuggler. But there are no stats for players to play as the Empire.
Well, you do know why I don't play Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. It's a bad idea. I would just go and troll everyone.
I don't mind.
I wouldn't actually play it. I would
don't
just troll.
I know we've tried that before.
And I'm still waiting on finishing that game. But
Yeah.
point being, if you're going to play with hardcore people, don't invite me because I'm going. Or okay, invite me
Yeah.
just to troll them.
We need at least
Yeah.
that little person.
Okay, invite me to the games then.
No,
just
you're invited.
just to
You're-
troll,
you're
just
invited.
to troll people.
At least in one of the
You
games.
can't do that. I don't care. But you can't do that. You're a goblin. I don't care. I will do it.
No, at least for Star Wars, I know that you will be somewhat realistic.
No, I will troll everyone just to say.
No, but you know, if you're like a stupid thing, like if you're a droid, like imagine you were like Roger from Star Wars.
Who's Roger?
Roger. Side joke. Roger from that Star Wars Lego show,
Can
the
I-
Force Makers.
Can I be Roger from American Dad, but in a Star Wars game? If I can be Roger from American Dad in a Star Wars game, I will be playing seriously. As serious as I can get.
Challenge accepted.
Okay.
But if you were a droid,
Grenadine!
for fuck's sake, man. But if you were a droid,
17!
if you were a droid in the RPG, you couldn't pass as a flesh being like that.
A flash.
A flesh. Flesh.
I thought you said flash.
No, if for
I was
example,
going to say, yeah.
Flash.
A droid can a droid can easily be turned into a flashlight. So I would.
yeah,
easily
that
be a
that, that
Flash.
can or can be fast as Flash.
But yeah, Flash. No,
Flash,
I can't.
no.
I really can't.
Yeah.
Unless you're Grievous. No, Grievous went to Flash to droid.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget.
So yeah, but going back, we are always getting excited with this.
17.
17. The answer is 42. And yeah, we want to see more. We'll wait for gaming footage.
The game comes out in November, so you still have a lot. I mean, everything from Star Wars this year is coming in either November or December.
Even season 7? Even season 7?
Yeah, I think it's everything coming in November except for the Rise of Skywalker, which comes in December.
Alright.
So
We still
You
have
still
time
have
to
to wait.
panic and all that.
I'm already panicking.
Yeah.
Panicking.
Panicking! I have the diagram!
Anakin, stop panicking. Anakin, stop panicking.
So,
Moving on.
Mandalorian.
Yes.
I just have one little request from the show.
I'm pissed at the celebration
Why?
because I was watching the panel through live stream,
Yeah.
to be fair.
Because we were on hangover and we couldn't be at the site.
Yeah, I was watching it through live stream and I was listening to Jon Favreau and to Dave Filoni. And they showed a small teaser and some behind the scenes
Just for people that...
footage, and they left us live streamers outside. Not cool.
We had to pay 10,000 credits to a smuggler to see the footage.
It was
We're in hangover.
it was just not cool. I mean, if they want to sell us the Disney Plus streaming service, in which every single one of these TV
Shows,
contents
yeah.
will be, if they want to sell us this, we should at least be watching some footage.
Yeah. But from what we've seen from the smuggler, I have one thing that, for me, there's one thing at least that needs to happen in this show, because we're particularly sure he's going to appear maybe on Tatooine. Maybe. I hope so. And if he goes to Tatooine, I want him to be confused as Boba Fett. No, just for the joke.
Ah, just for the joke.
Just for the joke. I say, Boba Fett? Weren't you dead?
Boba Fett?
I'm not Boba Fett. Yes, you are. You're Boba Fett.
Maybe he's not Mandalorian. Maybe he goes to Tatooine, he finds Boba Fett's mask,
And remodel it.
and gets confused with Boba Fett, and the whole show is him running away from people who want to kill him because he's Boba Fett. So he paints over the mask. I know this is not the plot. It's not going to be the plot, but it would be funny to see.
That would be a massacre of a show. But yeah. No, I'm excited.
No, the actor who will play
He's good.
the Mandalorian
He is-
has already Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the actors in Narcos on Netflix. He is a good actor. I really enjoy his work.
Well, at least they're in Tatooine because we've seen the Jawas vehicle.
But what I was going to say is this: I know that this will be a serious show. It's not going to be a comedy because
Yeah.
the actor himself
needs a little bit comedy.
Just let me finish.
Yeah.
The actor has already confirmed that the Mandalorian has a twisted moral code, and he is working for whoever pays the most. So yeah, probably we will see not Jabba because Jabba's dead, but some of his family or something, or some other Hutts. So, but regarding that. Fuck, I'm seriously getting sick. Regarding the comedy thing you've said,
Yeah.
Star Wars does need some comedy. I completely agree with you. There are two problems. First, the last time someone tried to incorporate comedy in Star Wars, it was bad comedy. It were bad jokes. And then there's the other side of the coin, which is there are fans who just don't want comedy in Star Wars.
Well, I think confusing for Bulba wouldn't be comedy. You know, it just that small sarcastic laugh.
It would be
At least for me.
It would be a common Martin Lawrence movie.
Yeah. And I like that the show happens 5 years in the Star Wars timeline. It happens 5 years after the Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So
Another thing very interesting, besides from Pedro Pascal, the other two actors that were in the panel Gina Carano and Carl Weathers, two actors that I also happen to enjoy,
Mm-hmm.
especially Carl Weathers, which is an amazing actor. I just wanted to add this.
To point out. And I like that there are like 5 producers for the show.
Well, producers, I don't know. Producers, I'm
Well,
not.
at least the guys that will appear to contribute to the story. There was Dave Filoni and more.
Dave Filoni and Favreau act as executive producers, so
Yeah.
they call all the shots.
Yeah,
I mean, I think you're confusing maybe producers with directors.
maybe.
I know that the director from Thor Ragnarok is
Yeah.
one of the directors of this, at least the first season. Dave Filoni will direct the first one, so I'm very curious to see what Dave Filoni can do with live action,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a huge fan of his work on the Clone Wars, on Rebels, on Resistance. I've
Resistance
seen
was
the
dope,
first
yeah.
episode yesterday.
I finished already.
Not my kind of
art.
design.
Yeah.
But the story is fun.
They went for the more typical American cartoon TV show.
Yeah, it's a show more for kids. I mean,
Yeah.
Rebels was a show more for kids. Resistance is definitely a show more for kids. But for what I've seen,
At least the way they start is like that. Yeah. At least because it's the regradation. No, that's not the word. They're walking backwards per se on the thing that those don't show fatal wounds or blood and all that, because in the first movie. Originally, they didn't know how lightsabers would work when you cut out an arm, so there was blood and all that. But they've corrected it because lightsaber is a source of heat.
Yeah, basically.
And,
If a lightsaber cuts you, it's like I said, it's a source of heat, and it basically cauterizes the wound.
And in the shows, they try, at least in the TV shows, they try not to show the fatal wounds and such.
Yeah.
So, and every time you create a new show, at least in the beginning, they try even more to not show that. Because, for example, I don't even remember seeing any character dying, like really dying in Resistance. Like, at least in TV, in Scream. So it takes a little bit of the Star Wars thing, but it's a TV shows for kids, so we have to comprehend.
Okay.
And
I still have to see more episodes.
yeah. And but I like the weapon. We've said this
Yeah,
before.
the original
weapon for Boba Fett that appeared on the
Christmas
cartoons.
special.
Not before that. There was a TV show called Droids, or no, there were 2 cartoon shows.
I think it first appeared on the Christmas special, though.
It was first on that. Yeah.
That's
So on the forgotten Christmas special that George Lucas tried to destroy every copy, which is amazing when you see it.
Jon Favreau wouldn't let it, though. Jon Favreau went definitely into the Christmas special to get it.
And honestly, I have to thank a YouTuber called JonTron, because he has shown us the Christmas special and commented on it. Which you don't need to see the comments, of course, but just the entire special.
What do you mean I don't need to see the comments? I mean, 90% of the quality of an YouTube video is the comments.
Yeah, but the fact of the Christmas special, the fact is so bad, it sells for itself.
I don't care. I still see the comments.
Yeah, we of course you will still see the comments, but
I mean,
you don't need them.
I mean, you don't go to YouTube, watch a Ricardo Milch video, and don't see the comments. Sorry.
See who?
Dude, seriously.
See who?
You don't really know who Ricardo Milch is.
No. Viva Las Vegas.
Dude,
Oh, that one. You know I'm bad with names.
it asks for money.
Yeah, I'm bad with names, but yeah. The stripper dancer or
Yeah, the
whatever.
Brazilian stripper
Yeah.
meme.
So, but yeah, I think that's it. What we have.
Comedy gold is the comments, and yes, I totally agree with you on what you were saying. I mean, as far as I've seen, Resistance is more light, which is the opposite of what I want for the Clone Wars. I really hope, and this is moving on to the next.
We'll talk about later after the commercials, of course. But
You want
what
to do some commercials?
we need to the commercials
No,
to
you
make
want
money.
to do the commercials now.
I think so.
Okay. So just to finish before we
Do the commercials.
we hit the commercials. The Resistance is doing something that is the opposite of what I want to see on the Clone Wars.
Yes.
On the new episodes of Clone Wars, which we will cover. I really don't want them on the Clone Wars to tone down the violence, because
Yes,
was-
because at least from what we've seen from the
they're not gonna.
they're not gonna. Thank
not
God. So we'll be back after some commercials because we need money to make this podcast, and
As if we gain money doing this.
we gained the little much that we need to pay the coverage. We don't get money to live, but to pay this, we have it.
Okay, this is already paid for, but okay.
Yeah, because we do the commercials that the other people send to us. That's how it works, mate. I've explained you this before.
Okay.
So we'll be back.
Look, Mom, a city in the clouds.
Book now for the perfect vacation.
Hello, what have we here?
A 10% discount if you use our promo code COUGH.
Fancy some Wookiee steak? Come to Bosk's Trendocean Bistro.
Sure. Did you crash your ship and think you can repair it? Call Joe Savage and we'll make sure you don't.
Oh, Genie! These were the messages of our sponsors. And now we are back for the second half of our episode of Coffee on the Dark Side.
Yeah, I don't think it will appropriated. I'm still drunk. Appropriated to talk about the Clone Wars.
Almost definitely.
So Ahsoka. Yay!
I just want to say something. I thought this was going to be a season 7.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's not. It's still season 6. Because if you look closer at the trailer, and I can show you.
Yeah.
Let me just lower the volume a little bit.
Yeah.
If you can see here,
So that's not season 7.
you see Star Wars: The Clone Wars season 6 sneak peek. So apparently, it's not a full new season. It's just
a
yeah.
an ending.
Apparently, they will make season 6 larger and
And then afterwards the season 7. If they do a season 7.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on how this season ends because
No, the trailer has left me some long doubts, especially at the end of it. We see Ahsoka going away. The last scene where she appears on the Clone Wars, at least before they decided to end the show properly.
no, there are still episodes where she appears.
On
I
Clone
remember
Wars.
I remember seeing the trial of Ahsoka. I think. I mean, I think there are episodes where she is trialed and she has to. Oh no, that's before. The trial
Yeah.
of Ahsoka is
The trial
before.
is before.
It's before, yeah.
And she only appears afterwards.
In which she has to hand her
Yeah.
lightsabers to the council, yeah.
Here we see the clones and the most important clones remembering the fallen.
What you're hearing on the background is the trailer.
If you can hear it, because we've lowered it pretty much. Um, Snake people. I think those are snake people.
I don't know.
And we
I don't
see a Mandalorian.
Definitely a Mandalorian.
It's the girl from the Mandalorian that grows up to appear on Rebels and be the mother of the girl in the show. I really loved Squadron 99.
Yeah, the experimental
The
Battalion
Experimental
99.
99. I got 99 problems. Well, sucks to be you, droid.
But a Grinch ain't one. Sorry, a droid. A droid ain't one. I mean, the new lightsabers, which are blue,
Yeah.
are pretty much what we expected to see.
Yes and no.
I know because I know that in Rebels she has white lightsabers.
So which give us that
But-
something will happen.
But basically, what happens is, I mean, if in canon the lightsaber adopts the color based on the
Now, every time you create a lightsaber, you're infusing your power with the crystals, and therefore it gives us the light.
Can I finish?
Sorry.
Basically, depending on the creator of the lightsaber, the crystal will adopt a color. We know that Ahsoka's lightsabers were green. These are blue. And it's pretty much easy to assume that it's Anakin
Who does it then?
who creates them to give it to her. The real question is, why do they turn white on Rebels?
Are those the same?
Maybe they are, maybe they are not. I mean, that's the big question that I have regarding the lightsabers.
Yeah. Because in Rebels they appear to be... They show up as white, and for those who don't know... white means you're a force user of the light side, but you're not a Jedi. So basically, it's like you're giving your in a stasis. It's the most close to calling it a gray Jedi. The white ones, not they have white the gray Jedis in Star Wars Rebels, but
People try to push the Grey Jedi, but the Grey Jedi are not a thing.
unfortunately. But yeah, I'm talking in terms of what people may associate to. I liked at least we have a continuity to Star Wars Rebels shown in this trailer, which is Darth Maul,
Yes.
because he's saying, I was hoping to see Kenobi, why are you here? Which means he definitely goes nuts trying to look for Kenobi.
I mean, Kenobi and Maul is the greatest rivalry in the galaxy.
Yes.
Bigger than Kenobi and Vader, bigger than Kenobi and Dooku,
Bigger than Solo and
Bosk and Boba and...
I was saying Lando, but okay.
Nah, that's not a real rivalry.
It's a gaming rivalry.
I mean, Lando and Han is like a love-hate friendship. They love each other, but they hate each other.
Exactly.
I mean, they love each other because they are so similar, but they hate each other because they are
their
so
style
similar.
are so different.
Because they are so similar. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship. I mean,
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's a rivalry. It's bigger than Bosk and Chewbacca. It's bigger than anything.
Yes.
Kenobi and Maul is the centerpiece of
Yes.
rivalries on the galaxy.
Yes. It goes cross generations.
And the way Kenobi
Resolves it.
And not only that, but the way Kenobi finds himself in every single important aspect of what happens in the galaxy during the Star Wars saga, to me makes Kenobi the best character in the whole thing.
It's poetic because there's that perspective of the poetry in Star Wars, the original sequel and the original show trilogy, and the prequels, which we've seen a lot of videos in YouTube saying that George Lucas wanted to repeat the poetry, and you can see the movie side by side. And I think there's a beautiful poetry because the beginning of the Jedi Knight story of Obi-Wan Kenobi starts with Darth Maul and reaches its near with Darth Maul.
After we saw what happens in Rebels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you start this to see if you're ready, and you finish this to show you're fucking ready.
And it's something really fun to see that Dave Filoni managed to do in Rebels. I know we are getting a little sidetracked.
Yeah.
Something that Dave Filoni did really well in Rebels is the final fight between Kenobi and
Darth
Maul.
Maul. Yeah.
You can see that Maul adopts the same stance with which he defeated Qui-Gon, and Kenobi adopts his usual stance, defensive stance, and then changes to what Qui-Gon used to use. And Maul, seeing this, he fell into a trap. I mean, he tried to. If you put the Qui-Gon fight and this fight side by side, you'll see that Maul in Rebels tries to do the same moves as he made on Qui-Gon.
Yes. Hitting with a hilt.
The two quick moves, and then hitting the hilt on the head, and then trying to trespass the opponent. And Kenobi didn't
Fall for that.
fall for it. I mean, he lured Maul into a trap, and then
Imagine how many times that the kid must have seen that in his mind.
It must have gave him nightmares.
At least in the first years, and coming through with that, and
losing the support of Qui-Gon is... I mean, if Qui-Gon had lived and had he trained Anakin, things would have been different.
yes,
Because Anakin was said he was too old. And Kenobi was too young to have a Padawan. At least for me, in my perspective. Had Qui-Gon trained Anakin, things would have been different. Because Anakin needed a father figure, not a brother.
you are my brother, Anakin.
Exactly. Obi-Wan was never the father figure Anakin needed. And Qui-Gon could have been,
The father.
because of the age difference.
Yeah.
And especially for what we see during episode 1.
They kind of act like that. Yeah.
I mean, Anakin drop, and the first thing he does is drop to the floor. But going back
Hit the
to
floor. Boom, 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 boom.
going back to the Clone Wars,
Yeah.
and
The helmets.
and why I'm not surprised this is a follow up to season 6. If you look closely on those 3 episodes of centered on Yoda, they almost feel like a mini animated movie than 3 different episodes. It's like a mini movie which is basically divided into episodes for easy
Consumism.
yeah. But I don't know. Give me your thoughts on this.
Well, one thing I really like is the clones, and I've said this before, but every aspect that they've shown in the panel, and every aspect that you can see on the trailer about the clones is amazing. They push it even further with trying to show anything new about the clones. You have the Experiment Battalion 99, and please, DICE, make something happen with them in the game, because it will be amazing.
I would love to see some, not only this,
Yeah.
but some Mandalorian
Yeah.
The Mandalorian.
Also, you need a skin because of the helmet for the Ahsoka troopers.
Yeah, I would love to see this. Also, like I said, not only season 6, but Mandalorian also. I know there are people saying, "Oh, I don't think they will support this game for so long." But to be
Yes,
fair,
they will.
But to be fair, I think they will. I think they are trying to keep the game alive because, so far as we know, there are no plans to replace this game.
At least has been like 2 years since the game was released.
No.
1 year, 2 years.
Yeah, a year
1
and
year?
a half.
1 year and a half.
The game launched on November 2017.
Okay, 1 year and a half. You're still getting new stuff. You're still getting events, updates. For example, you don't play Magic, but I do, and there was a game for they first released single games where you could play online against other people, which was calling Duels of Planeswalkers. Then they released Magic Origins. I think that was the name, and basically it was the main not the main, but the secondary platform to know the story and play against other people and against computer games. And one day to the other, they just simply dropped the project. And they tried to create a new one called Magic Arena, which has brought Magic to esports platform. And but you haven't seen they drop the project. They're still doing stuff. So please don't give us the bullcrap, the banta folder, to say they're going to drop the project. Of course, they're probably in the future drop the project.
The game will die.
The game will die because you need better software, or you're going to another console or something.
You still have like 2 years, almost 2 years,
or free.
At least until.
Plus, you don't pay for the new stuff. You only spend money if you want skins. You don't pay for the DLC.
That's
so
the issue. I mean, funding.
The funding.
People are not paying, so funding is not big. But maybe that's why people are saying this. I don't know. But going back to the subject, I don't know how many episodes we will have. I think it's 12.
Maybe.
I think it's 12. We've discussed this on the last episode. Probably we will have the promised Battle of Mandalore.
Yeah, at least they've shown Mandalores in the trooper ships. We've seen a good Mandalore spotting Ahsoka. So she'll probably ask Ahsoka for help, and she also is the daughter or connected to that woman that Kenobi loved, I think.
Satine.
Yeah.
But because remember that by this time,
Satine is dead.
Maul is still the leader of Mandalore, I think.
Yes.
He is not the crime lord we see on Solo. He is not the homeless guy we see on Rebels. This man is the leader of Mandalore. So
yeah, one thing I want to see is Maul coming to power.
We've seen Maul coming to power.
Now coming to power in the...
What you don't see is his descent. How he falls from Mandalore into...
No, I don't mean Mandalore. I mean the crime lord.
Oh, that's something after Mandalore.
Yeah.
So you have to pray that he falls on season 6 and that we get a season 7 with more Maul.
And then we need a season 8 to show how he falls from grace.
Maybe that's coming in.
And then we need a season How many seasons of Rebels there were? Four?
Four.
Four.
It's four.
And then we need a season 5
No.
just to talk about the ghost.
Rebel
of Darth-
story. Rebel story is
I know,
finished.
I know, I know.
Just
It's
let it go.
finished, but it isn't because the ending left so many possibilities for
That's
Ezra.
the point.
Yeah.
That's the point. The point of that ending is leave you with answers unanswered, with questions unanswered.
One thing I want to read is the second book about the blue guy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm forgetting. I love the character, but I'm forgetting the name. My memory is so.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. My memory sucks today.
But I don't think we will get a season 7. To be fair, I think we will have these 12 episodes, and then the Clone Wars is done.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. Or maybe it's season 7 and someone screwed up
Especially-
writing.
Especially because we have the Mandalorian, at least the first season coming.
Yeah.
We have the Cassian Andor and K2SO's live action show coming too. So yeah, you know.
No.
Yeah, the guy
Good,
from Rogue
good.
One and K2SO will have
Dope.
a show on Disney Plus too,
That's dope.
and with the same actors,
Yes.
Diego Luna and Alan Tudyk.
Yes. And so the Twi'lek needs to show up.
Hera,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know. I don't want to make too many.
Well, she's called in the
Rogue
movie.
One.
Yeah.
yeah, Commander
And Chopper.
or whatever. Yeah.
Seeing Chopper would be nice.
Oh, Chopper is always nice to see. I love Chopper.
Chopper.
I love Chopper. Chopper is really cool. But yeah, this is something that makes me happy, but makes me sad because we will have these 12, 13 episodes, and then there's no
done.
more. I'm happy for the episodes. I'm sad that we won't get any.
Yeah.
But
Could be worse.
Yeah, we could stay with what we had. It's
Yeah, could be no show.
no nothing. Yeah, no
Yeah.
Star Wars for nobody. Which is
Well, some people say that more Star Wars is bad Star Wars, but
the problem is not bad Star Wars, and we will cover this right up
Yeah.
next. The problem is not having more Star Wars. The problem is having bad Star Wars.
yeah.
Because
But what do people call bad Star Wars?
I don't want to jump in the bandwagon of Disney only hires bad writers. Oh, Star Wars is dead. Oh.
That's bullshit because
problem-
Dave Filoni is
The
amazing.
problem is we don't have bad Star Wars stories, okay? But what we have is subpar Star Wars stories. To keep a saga like this alive, the way Marvel does,
Yeah.
you need to have top-notch writers,
Yeah.
top-notch directors,
Yeah.
top-notch actors.
Yeah.
You just
Top notch.
yeah, that's the key word, top-notch. Now, and because we're going to episode 9 and the Rise of Skywalker,
Skywalker.
there are reports that movies will be put on hold, on hiatus, for a few years. I don't know if you've heard.
Star Wars movies?
I don't know.
That includes the
I don't-
third
I don't
anthology?
know- I don't know if they are just talking about episodes or if they are including anthology movies.
No, there was that supposed project for Ryan Johnson. Johnson?
No. That's all green light. That has green light. The Ryan Johnson trilogy,
Really?
the
I heard it otherwise.
the Game of Thrones guys trilogy. This is all already approved and in pre-production.
Ah,
But
shit.
what
We need a little bit break, I think.
of movies?
Yeah.
I mean,
I like the shows.
now I'm asking: are you talking about movies in general or just the episodes?
Oh, that definitely kind of needs an end. Kind of. Because one of the things I really like about Star Wars is the possibilities of stories, and like we use this metaphor to explain what Rogue One was to some people. It's a Star Wars movie that it isn't a Star Wars movie.
No, Rogue One, what it is a war movie in space.
No, but I explained saying it was a Star Wars movie that it wasn't a Star Wars movie. And what I meant by this is a Star Wars movie originally was a movie about the Skywalker family. Period.
But what is this? What is a Star Wars movie? Besides the Skywalker saga,
Rogue One and Solo.
those are not Star Wars movies. Those are Star Wars stories. The Star Wars movie is
Told in movie style.
I mean, the Star Wars. Movie,
yeah, I get it what they say.
movie logic is the Skywalker saga. Okay.
Yeah.
And I
The
think
other
that's
ones are
why-
really
I
long
think-
special episodes.
I think that's why they say that the anthologies are a Star Wars story.
Yeah.
And that's
not
what
the
they
Star
are, a
Wars
Star Wars story. I mean, Rogue One, to me, is a war movie, just like Dunkirk
Yeah.
or Saving Private Ryan. The
Yeah.
difference is, Rogue One is a war movie that happens in the Star Wars
Space.
universe.
Yeah.
In space, in the Star Wars universe. It's the main difference. Solo is a Western. Solo is a Western. It's a
The
spaghetti.
good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's a spaghetti western. Solo is a spaghetti western, pure and simple. But it's in space and it's in the Star Wars universe.
Who's the good?
Han Solo?
Who's the bad?
That's a good question.
Who's the ugly?
Who's the bad? I know who the ugly is. But I mean, it's a western, okay?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's.
Beckett.
I wouldn't say it's a good, bad, or the ugly. I'd say it's for a fistful of dollars.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, but yeah, the report only says that Star Wars movies will be put on hiatus. But to be fair, I hopefully, and I hope I'm sure, hopefully are just the main episodes, because there is a future main story trilogy
Mm-hmm.
far in the future, 10, 11, and 12. Somewhere in over the rainbow, there is a trilogy.
Do you think there could be a trilogy to prequel the prequels?
Like the Old Republic.
Even more than that, yeah.
I think that the Game of Thrones trilogy is going to cover it.
Oh.
I think because it falls on their lap. I mean, you look at the Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
and I think that an Old Republic trilogy would be perfect. for
Yeah.
them. But this is just me speculating. I can't say how Ryan Johnson will conduct his trilogy though, but he has a lot of
Ideas.
ideas, and he has a lot of untapped resources
Potential.
to
I don't.
to craft.
I never thought that his movie was bad.
The Last Jedi is not a bad movie.
It was just a chaos compared to the first one and what fans wanted. Because fans first got episode 7
J.J.
and was like
Abrams.
the old movies,
Yeah.
and people complained. Then Ryan Johnson tried to innovate.
J.J. Abrams played too safe.
Yeah.
Too
And Ryan
close-
Johnson went too boldy.
too close to the originals. He wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan Johnson did the opposite. He was too bold. I think he was too bold. He tried
Yeah.
to go for an Empire Strikes Back type of movie with a Avengers Infinity War subversion in the middle. But the main problem is not that he went for an Empire Strikes Back type of thing. The problem is not that he tried an Avengers Infinity War subversion. That's
Yeah.
not the problem with the movie. The movie's plot was based on bad decisions that weren't logical. I mean,
And some of them weren't
what's the
his.
logic? What's the logic of Finn and Rose trying to Infiltrate.
Kissy.
No, infiltrate Snoke's ship. It doesn't make sense. Why is there a character like DJ? It doesn't make sense. He wasn't needed. They just wanted to say, hey, we have Benicio del Toro in the movie, come see it. Which makes the Canto Bite scene
Enjoyable.
almost... It's enjoyable, yes, but it's almost unnecessary.
They
What's the point of letting Finn live in Crate?
Oh.
Why does Rose go and try to save him? It would just make Finn's character arc more symbolic.
Yeah, because he resolved his problems with Phasma,
Is exactly, he already killed Phasma.
and he went for the kill, and then Rey would be in conflict inside
Exactly.
because his friend died while she was training for
Exactly.
Shitnut.
It would become a conflict like Luke
Yes.
in Empire Strikes Back
Yes.
when Han gets frozen.
Yes.
Okay?
And there was another thing. What was it? About episode 8 that made me feel like this one. This was a friend of mine saying this. That part where the pink lady that drives the ship
Hold on.
into the Snoke ship.
That scene is amazing.
It's amazing, but more symbolic would have been the general. Akbar doing it.
Why? I don't get why people are so worked up about Akbar. Akbar is a character with a one line that made a meme. Why is Akbar so special? I don't get it. Seriously. Yeah, it's a trap. Yeah, it's a fun line. It makes a meme.
It's a fish guy with importance. It's a fish guy that has more story to him.
What story does he have?
Go see the comic books.
Ah, fuck you, man.
No, fuck you, mate.
He has absolutely no backstory.
Yes, he
That makes him a very important. He's like Neon Numb. Nobody cares about Neon Numb.
But they care about Akbar.
I mean, Akbar is not special. I'm sorry. Akbar
Yes, it is.
not special. Akbar is a guy who has a line that made a meme, and everybody got to know the character and got to love the character because of it. He is not a special character. I'm sorry. He's not. He's not. To be fair,
But
he's
he
not.
deserved to die in a better way than just frozen.
Dude, it's war. It's war.
Yeah, but
Countless heroes die in that way.
some people
You're
think
getting-
like,
people
what?
are getting worked.
But then you're
worked
just
up.
calling a character to die. Her purpose was just to show up, greet the other one to be cocky, and die.
What?
The pink lady, Holdo.
What about it?
She showed up. She gave.
I'm not saying Holdo is needed in the movie. I'm not saying she's needed in the movie. I'm not saying she's a great character. What I'm saying is I don't know why people are so worked up about Akbar. That's what I'm saying.
Because it's always
Just like I'm saying that the scene with Leia doesn't make any fucking sense. And Leia is one of the most important characters.
So we're going back to that.
I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense. She
But
pulling himself into the
yeah.
ship. It doesn't make sense.
We're getting
She should be
off
pulling
track.
the ship to her.
We're getting off track. We need a episode just to debate every single shit.
I mean, yeah, the movie
Um,
has its problems. Yes,
so,
it is. Yes, it does.
Going back, the Rise of Skywalker. First of all, a friend of mine texted me saying, "Dude, this is Rise of Skywalkers. Rise of Skywalker." I said, "No, go read it again. It's single, not plural." Second of all, right at the beginning of the trailer, and I need to say this, Rey is like Zorro. Rey is Zorro, and Ken is the horse. I don't know if that's what happens in the movie, but she's starting to run in the one way, and the horse appears and she jumps to it. Say, Ray is Zorro.
People forget who is the Skywalker in this trilogy.
Yeah. Also that.
Who is the Skywalker in this trilogy?
Kylo Ren.
Kylo is the Skywalker of this trilogy.
Kylo Ren.
And this is something I've been saying for a long time. They are doing the prequels on the other side, on the other way around.
Yeah. So you have some.
The prequels were the rise and the fall of Anakin Skywalker.
And this was the fall and then the rise.
This is the fall and the rise of Ben Solo.
That's funny. Jesus.
I may be wrong.
Another thing.
Oh,
Lando.
Lando's smile. Lando's smile is amazing.
And the speed chase on the desert. The medal from the first movie.
I don't know if it's Luke's or Han's.
Or Leia's. No, Leia's didn't have it.
This is a really... It's definitely not Chewie's.
Yeah, no.
But...
And that laugh. That sexy laugh.
I had tears in my eyes when I heard Palpatine.
I was tutoring, and I did. Sorry to interrupt this, but I have to see the trailer. You're gonna wait?
When I've seen that the trailer was over, they showed Rise of Skywalker and stuff, and then
Easter eggs.
What?
There was a video about Easter eggs.
About it. When they showed the trailer,
Yeah.
and then they turned on the lights, and we see Ian McDiarmid, the actor who portrays Palpatine, get on the mic and using the Emperor's voice saying, "Roll it again." And they turned down the lights and they showed the trailer again. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. My spider senses were tingling.
Do you feel the force?
Now, couple of things. I have absolutely no idea what planet that is. Maybe it's Tatooine, like you were saying.
Yeah, the sand
Maybe
planet.
It is Tatooine.
The
The second shot in that
it's a new
dark,
planet.
humid world. It looks like Edu, but it's not Edu.
Edu?
Yeah, the one in Rogue One, where.
Oh, yeah.
But it's definitely not that. But it looks like.
Someone said to me, "Oh, it's the planet of the Ewoks." I said, "Nope."
No, that's
nope,
in the
nope,
last shot.
nope.
The last shot where we see the Death Star. When we see the Death Star, that may be the forest moon of Endor. It can be any other moon of Endor, but it could perfectly be the forest moon of Endor. Because the forest moon...
Wait, no. Endor was a moon.
No, it's
Yes.
the forest moon of Endor. I mean, they'll really say it, the forest moon of Endor.
I was thought that Endor was the moon.
It's
To Wikipedia!
Forest moon of Endor, dude.
Endor.
Forest moon of Endor.
So Endor and Endor?
Yeah. Endor is a planet and a system, I think. What the fuck? Yeah, man.
Wikipedia went down.
Also known as the forest moon of Endor or
Yeah.
sanctuary moon.
Yeah.
And if you see this on
Endor planet.
no, wait. If you see the planet, it has
Yeah.
oceans. Okay. The forest moon of Endor has oceans, so
Uh,
that can easily be. The
so
Ewok
there's the planet Endor, and then there's Endor, which is the forest moon Endor.
I think, yeah. I think
So
it is.
Endor and Endor.
I think it is, yeah. But
That's messed up.
forget it. But
But
I mean, the Wookiee planet, the Ewok
Ewok
planet,
planet.
has oceans,
Yeah.
so it can perfectly
of
be.
course it has oceans.
Forest
If it
moon.
didn't have oceans, it wouldn't have green stuff.
So yeah,
And we've seen many times of places showing the dark side. They're all like lifeless and dangerous. Even in these new movies of Star Wars, especially in Star Wars 8, when Rey falls to that cavern with the dark side, it kind of looks all that vibe. That's the dark side vibe, the coffee side of our podcast. No, bad joke. But yeah, and speed chase. I like speed chase.
I love the new outfits for Bo.
And that reddish planet. Do you think is killing the Knights of Ren?
I don't think the planet is red. I think it's
Yeah,
a nice,
smoking.
It looks like an icy planet with like fog. You know, the fog and the haze. And I think that the red you see is
Burning.
the it's Ren's
Smoke.
lightsaber's light.
Ooh.
Like
yeah.
because you know when you point something at fog,
it turns red.
the fog turns to the light, the color of the light that you're pointing at.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happens. I mean, it could be an icy planet.
But you think, to me, it looks like he's killing a Knight of Ren.
But yes, it is definitely a Knight of Ren. I mean, the mask. If you look at Rey's vision, at Rey's vision in The Force Awakens, the mask, one of the masks,
outfit,
it's definitely the same as the one we see Kylo body slamming.
Either it's a past vision or current vision.
But don't forget, Kylo has the stormtroopers with him.
Yes.
Another thing.
Yes. No red troopers.
In the start of the trailer, you see Kylo Ren's ship.
New ship.
Yeah. And I mean, those gloves are definitely his.
Yes.
So, two things. First, I don't think he's there to kill her.
That's why I was saying that Kylo is a horse and Rey is Zoro.
He is not there to kill her. So otherwise he would easily be shooting at her. Exactly. So is he training her? It's a really good question. Is he training her though? Also, why is the mask being reconstructed?
A force of power.
And another thing, where does the Emperor fall in all the middle of this? Because J.J. Abrams said, despite Snoke, the original plan was always to have the Emperor involved. And George Lucas was on set helping with the movie. So this opens a lot of questions, and again, like I said, Snoke, like I've always defended, Snoke was not a major character.
Yeah.
Please don't break that chair.
No, I'm not. Sorry. So what you're saying is there's a possibility that Snoke was like a sort of apprentice to the Emperor, and the Emperor is still alive. Well, they show up this.
Not an apprentice. Maybe a pawn. Maybe Snoke.
That's why I quoted.
Snoke,
you don't see the hair quotes.
Maybe Snoke found one of the Emperor's holocrons.
Yeah.
And through spirit.
Emperor... in Battlefront 2 in the campaign, you see those sort of robots that show up the Emperor's face.
And there is that observatory the Emperor has on Pelio.
Yes.
From which Luke takes the compass that takes him to Ahch-To. So, yeah.
But that compass was Dooku's, but that's another story.
I know, but it was in the Emperor's observatory. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The Emperor was always cunning. And either that the Emperor is alive or it's a Force ghost.
I wouldn't say he's alive.
And people can say at this point, oh, Force Ghosts only work for the light side. False. In Rebels, not Rebels, Clone Wars.
Actually,
On Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 6, before it ended, well, up till now, you see a Force Ghost of the dark side confronting Yoda. So, Force Ghosts are not just for the light side.
Darth Bane, yeah.
Darth Bane, and even during the Clone Wars, when Anakin and Obi-Wan and Ahsoka go to the plane of the father, the sister, and the brother, you see in the supposed scenes that were going to show up, like the pre-production before the cuts, you see another Force Ghost of the dark side.
Yeah.
So, Force Ghosts are not just for the light side. One thing that disturbs me is how much that part of the disc is complete. Because we have seen like episode 6 so many times, and it really appears that...
Yeah. That's why I'm saying I don't think the Emperor is alive in the sense of the word. Like, physically alive. Because, I mean, as strong as you are on the dark side of the Force, there is no way you can survive that. But we know that in Legends,
Yes.
what is now Legends,
Yeah.
Palpatine cloned himself lots of times, and he just merely transported his spirit from body to body.
Oh.
Like you said on Battlefront 2's campaign, which is canon,
Yeah.
there are those
Droids.
with his orders inside. So maybe it's a mix of both. I don't know. Maybe he's a Force ghost. Maybe he sealed himself in a holocron before dying. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because you can do that.
He maybe have sealed himself inside a holocron. But I wouldn't say he is alive in the sense of the word being alive.
And I've seen so many people getting. I've seen the two sides of the coin in terms of reaction because of this trailer. I've seen people saying, "Nope, thrift this. I'm not going to see this movie." And there are like people like us. I say, "I'm going to so definitely see this movie."
I mean, I would see it.
Yeah, and either way, I would see the movie.
I didn't want the Han Solo movie. I wasn't particularly over the top with the trailers, and I still went to see the movie on the day
And I like it.
Premiered.
I like it.
And the movie was great.
Yeah.
So I will still see this movie, either if the trailers are bad. But now that we have the possibility of having Sidious back, we have the opportunity to see the Death Star again.
And another thing we're forgetting.
Have you heard the tragic story of Plagueis the Wise?
What if Plagueis is the one who is manipulating all of this? What if Anakin is still alive? I mean,
Boom.
possibilities are endless. Because two things. Luke says in the beginning, we have passed.
So many generations.
No, we have passed you all we know. Who's we?
Yoda, her.
Who's we? Right?
Yeah.
And then no one's ever really gone. Unless we are going to see Dooku's head on a broom droid.
Not the broom droid, the droids. Like what happens with C-3PO.
Yeah, Dooku's head on a battle droid. Yeah. I've been looking forward to this. I mean, so no one's ever really gone. So, I mean, those are two lines that...
No, but the lines probably means the connection of her to Han Solo, her to Luke Skywalker, her to Leia Organa.
I would go even further. I mean, Yoda says that every living being has a connection to the Force.
Yes.
Strong or not, the Force connects everything together. So, in a way, Han Solo had a connection to the Force,
Yes.
even though he wasn't Force sensitive.
It was lucky as fudge.
Okay,
Yeah.
that could have been the Force. The Force works in mysterious ways.
Well, he banged Leia, so.
Qui-Gon said the Force works in mysterious ways. I think it was Qui-Gon who said that.
Yeah.
So
I think it was. But there's one thing about the Emperor Fury that I have so many doubts and so many bad feelings about this, because there was a great theory about Star Wars where Anakin was Bane. Like the Force was infused and created into the womb, and it was in reincarnation of Bane. That was amazing. I think it was Bane.
no, I think it was Plagueis who manipulated the Force to give birth to Anakin.
Yeah, but in the comics,
Oh.
it appears Sidious doing that.
Okay.
And people are like, what the fudge?
I wouldn't go that way. To be fair.
I just, if the Skywalker is all a big ass plan of the Emperor, damn that mind. Damn that mind.
Come on, the guy threw the galaxy in a war against each other.
Yes,
He was the leader on both sides, so he would always win.
yes.
So you
I
got,
don't want to play chess against that motherfucker.
you gotta say that the guy is not dumb.
No. No. Like
Yeah.
so many plans.
But yeah, these are my thoughts on the small trailer,
yes.
the 2-minute trailer, which doesn't show us a
In
lot.
talking about just a little bit about something we talked in the other episode, it was the poster. We didn't see the new characters that appear on the poster on the trailer. On the poster, we didn't see Rose,
But she's there.
but she's there
She was at the
because
panel.
she was at the panel. She is at the
She's on the
pictures
stills. She's
of
on
the
the stills.
She's on the pictures of the crew for the movie, so at least she appears a bit.
I told you she was cast.
Yeah,
She will probably
which
have a
is
smaller
perfect
role,
because either people like the movie or not, or the character or not. One thing I hate about the internet community is their loading. Loading? That's how you say the hate. It's not that kind of special hate where you just become a internet troll. She was receiving so much hate mail that she quit the social media just to have a little bit of peace of mind.
Yeah.
And
I mean, people can be dicks.
yeah, people
can
are
be-
dicks.
People can be dicks. I mean, I'm not a dick, so, and I'm a person, so. I'm a person, and my name is Anakin. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm really happy for that. I mean, what's her name? Kelly.
Yeah,
I'm really happy that Kelly got through this.
and didn't quit.
I mean, like it the character, hate the character. You gotta respect the person
Yes.
behind it.
Yes.
So I'm not the biggest fan of the character.
No.
Um,
Well, I like the beginning of the character.
yeah, I mean the character's conception is good,
Yes, because the story about the sister, how they grew
but
up,
the way
she acts.
her
No, the ending it was a
No.
bit much.
I would say the character's arc is bad, like from half forward.
Yeah,
The character's arc is bad.
yeah,
It's just bad. It's just
Yeah.
badly written. It's
she deserved it better.
yeah, because she's a good actress.
Yes.
For what I've seen is she's good. And I'm happy at least she was able to get that peace of mind, and she didn't quit
Yeah,
this great thing that is Star Wars.
yeah.
I don't know if you have anything else to say.
In terms of the trailer, I don't think so. We have to
Yeah.
wait for. Well, one thing I don't want is all the teasers that appear afterwards the trailer. Well, if this is only the teaser trailer, and we need to still to wait for the trailer.
Yeah, before the summer, don't
Yeah.
expect having a
But
full trailer.
after the full trailer, it's the worst part because all the TV spots give more and more and more and more, and just it takes the fun out of it.
I don't think it takes the fun. I think that people, and I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah.
They want to see it so badly that they will watch the trailers and watch the teasers and watch the TV spots in hopes that time goes faster, and
Yeah, and
they start to get annoyed because the date in the movie doesn't come any sooner, and when they
it's
realize
like an addiction of death sticks.
exactly.
And and the other thing I hate when the movies come out is like people can be dick, like you said, and the spoilers. So we need
Spoilers, yeah, but
we need to
spoilers are fairly easy to avoid.
Yes and no, because sometimes you're not expecting it.
Nowadays, if you just don't.
No, I'm not even talking about just going to the internet. Like we've talked about the movies when we went to see the movies, but we had the decency of using secret codes for people not understanding that we're talking about the movies. People just it's like that that's like part of The Simpsons, where they go to see Star Wars and Homer comes out of the movie and they say, I don't believe that Vader is Anakin's father, and then all those people in the line. No. Just no. I know it's like we have still to wait about 8 months to the movie, but I'm already saying, please, listeners, dear listeners, our biggest fans, please don't be dicks. When you go see the movie, don't be dicks.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah.
If you're going to talk about the movie, do like we did, or like I did with my best friend. We did. Oh, and that thing that happened, that thing, and that thing, and that thing. You know that thing. And she's like, yeah, I know the thing. The thing, and we're completely on synchronized about the thing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
The thing.
Just a little of script, nothing about the game or the TV show or the movie, like we're talking about earlier about the RPGs. I just want to leave you a question. If you would play the game, what type of species would you be?
What, a Star Wars game?
Yeah, a Star Wars RPG game. I don't care if they have stats for it or not. That would we have to see later. But what would be top of the notch a species you wanted to play?
The Twi'leks! Because the girls are hot.
You want to be a Twi'lek girl or a guy.
Yeah.
You know that the more the things they have in their head, more the fart it is, the better they think it's sexy.
I know.
So that's why in the movie, the fat Twi'lek guy appears. He has so many girls around him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a Twi'lek.
This is not news for me.
Okay. I'm just giving the information to our fans.
This is not news for me.
I know, but
At
to our
least-
fans, to our fans, it is.
But you're talking like, do you know? Like,
Do you know? Do you know, fans?
Point-
No, I was
don't-
pointing to the microphone.
Don't point at me. That's rude.
So a Twi'lek.
Yeah.
Okay. Good or bad side?
It depends on your conception of good or bad. If you're saying the bad is the Empire, I would say bad.
Okay.
But since the Empire wouldn't hire a Twi'lek for anything, I would have to say good.
You always can be a smuggler.
It's not that fun. It's not as fun.
Depends.
Nah, it's not as fun.
When you be a play smuggler.
Look, we should be wrapping this up.
Yeah, I know,
because
but-
it's a lot of.
So, here's a challenge to our dear listeners. Give us in the comments what species would you like to play in a Star Wars RPG game.
The most creative will definitely be shouted out.
Yes, and read. We will read with funny voices.
Oh yeah, definitely. So you have anything else to say?
You wanna go for a coffee?
Yeah, maybe after we wrap this up,
Yeah.
because I have stuff to do.
Yeah, me too.
I actually have stuff
Yeah.
to do.
Me too. But coffee.
Okay. So we're done here.
Have a good night. Good afternoon. Good evening, good night, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're listening and when are you listening to us.
Now do languages.
Ubda bataquista!
That's not a language.
Bye-bye.
So we will be back next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully with some news regarding the Mandalorian. Maybe we will finally get a decent trailer, because I'm hyped for that. So, like Bruno said, good evening, buenas noches, whatever. May the force be with you. Please, the messages are not